Williams, are you going back out into that garage again?
Yes, dear.
What for?
Just a couple little things to do, dear.
Like what?
Oh, just things.
I don't know why you spend so much time out there in that old garage.
Oh, it's nothing, dear.
Nothing. I don't know about that. I think something fishy is going on around here.
Exactly. Howdy, I'm Pastor Pat. It's the weekend of February 15th, 2025, and this is the pilot episode of the YouTube channel Something Fishy going on round here. In today's first episode, we're going to do a quick tour of the All Things Are Possible fish room, and then for today's hint, hack, or how-to, we're going to discuss calibrating digital aquarium thermometers. So, off to the fish room. Charge! Here we go. All Things Are Possible Fish Room Tour. Aisle A, front side of the 12 tank budget beta rack. 255s with 220 talls on top and a 65 on a stand all by itself. Special tank to me. We'll talk about it another day. Aisle B, a rack with 6 10s. And then this next rack has a 37 on top, a 29 in the middle, and a 20 long on the bottom. Followed by a rack with a 20 long on the bottom, 2 29s on the top. Show you those 20 longs on the bottom. There's a story to go along with those as well for another day. These critters I'm rehoming. There's an axolotl and some betas. And here are some parrots. Amazing creatures. Hello, Willow. How are you? Hello, Ash. How are you? At the time I'm doing this voiceover, they have gone to another home. Shot of aisle B from the opposite direction. Here we go, aisle C. On the outside of the garage, we have 2 29s with a 20 long on the bottom, 2 29s with a 20 long on the bottom. Can't see the 20 longs, lights are out. Project tank, a hex tank for the future, 3 20 highs on a rack. And here are 6 fry grow out trays. For trays, I use the busboy trays that you can buy in pairs at Sam's. Ended up pretty exciting. Gonna take a look from the other direction. Another look at the 20 highs on a triple rack. Notice I have a few plants there hanging from a rack that didn't turn out for aquariums. Worked great for plants on the ceiling. Some plants are real, some are fake. Guess which ones are which? And now the workstation. This part of the garage butts right up to the house there. Got my various tools. Was blessed to have a sink. Put a little counter there. Hang some different racks to hang the tools on. This is all part of my brine shrimp factory system. More about that in another video. Had a dehumidifier down there. Got pythons hanging on the wall. And this little beauty is special to me. Let's talk today about aquarium thermometers. If the All Things Are Possible fish room was in the house, all I would have to do is set my thermostat at 78 degrees, the tanks would stay 78 all year. That's my preferred tank temperature. The only thermometer I would need would be the one in the thermostat. But that's not my case. I'm in the garage. It gets cold here in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma in the winter, so I run a 220 volt heater. I only keep the temperature in the whole room at 70 or 72 for the sake of the utility bill. So I have to put heaters in all the tanks to keep them at 78. But then how can I quickly and easily check the temperatures? When I started out in the hobby, the first tank I bought on Marketplace had one of those sticker types that you see on the side of the Aquarium. Well, those aren't very accurate. So I sought something better, and initially I began with this digital type. I was happy with those for a long time. And then I learned that if I put 10 of these in this tank here, all 10 would show a different temperature. I needed something better. I thought about infrared, but to me, going click, wait, oh, that temperature, click, wait, oh, that temperature on 48 or so tanks would take a long time. So I needed something else. I happened to see something about temperature on Primetime Aquatics on that YouTube channel. So in the comments, I asked John, what do you guys use in your fish room? He said these cheap floating ones. I learned real quick that they aren't so cheap. They range from $5.50 to $8.50, depending on where you get them. I got lucky. Our local Walmarts are discontinuing them, so I went to several Walmarts in the Tulsa area, got a whole bunch for $1 a piece. So I put the floating ones in, hooking them up with the suction cup. Well, these suction cups don't work. They do indeed all float. And that became a nuisance. Take off the lid, find the thermometer, check the temperature. Just like the sticker ones, the numbers are really small, hard for me to read. Again, I didn't want to do the infrared type, so I went back to the digital type and I thought, how could I calibrate these things? And then I dropped it. I picked it up. The Holy Spirit gave me a great idea. Both ends of the garage, I have a regular thermometer, so I know what temperature it is in the garage. So I would take one of these digitals, put it so that the little monitor was in the same area as the thermometer, wait a couple of minutes, compare temperatures. So the room right now is roughly 74, and this also says 74. So they pretty much are the same. So the next thing I would do, take a pink sticker. Since that one read the same as the room, on that sticker, write a 0. Put the sticker on the thermometer, then hang the thermometer on the tanks like you can see these two here. Little Velcro hook on this side, loop on that side, and there you go. Now what if the temperature was lower or higher? Well, if the temperature on the digital was 1 degree lower than this, I would write -1 on the sticker. If it was 1 degree higher, I would write -2. I decided not to mess around with any more than 2. So if, for example, if it was 3 below or 4 too high, I would throw that unit away. Only keep the ones within 2 degrees. Problem solved. I can very quickly look at these. They're easy to read. I know approximately what temperature it is in the tank. If I have any issues, I have to change the heater, adjust the heater, etc., etc. So, something fishy going on around here with thermometers. I hope something fishy is also going on around your fish room.